Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm not very
When did they come out?
perceptive.
When did they come out with the chickenpox vaccine? 'Cause that was after. That was after I was little. Because, like, I know friends now who are like, yeah, I never had chickenpox because I got vaccinated. I'm like 99% sure that there was no chickenpox vaccine when was that a relatively recent thing?
Maybe. Then if we weren't vaccinated for the chickenpox, then maybe that's probably what I had. Because I know I was vaccinated for a lot of stuff.
I know I caught chickenpox, so I wasn't I wasn't vaccinated. That's why I don't think there was a vaccine when it came out. Probably. Huh?
After.
Okay. I think it probably came out like in the 90s.
Yeah, that's way too late for me then.
Yeah. I had already had chickenpox by then. Too late for that.
That was probably chickenpox that I had.
You have my shot record? You make a copy of that and send it to me? Because I don't even know when my shots were. Like, I'm sure I'm due for a whole slew of crap. I'd have to, like, Google when you have, like, how often you have to get revaccinated and stuff. It's with my birth certificate, which you also have. Okay. Oh, I think that was one of those things that was all like, next time you come visit, I'll just give it to you. That was probably one of them. That was probably all together in a bunch of stuff. Are you okay, Cappy? I just hear noise coming from the kitchen and Cappy going, fuck.
I couldn't. Measured out my cereal and I dumped the bowl over and it went everywhere.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Bro, this bread. Oh my god. We found this bread at our, you're holding it hostage. That's fair. That's totally fair, Mom. You forced me to come and get it. That's a good plan.
It is a good plan.
We found this bread at our local store that was... Ah, damn it. Came in the wrong. It is... yeah, essentially it's French toast bread. Yeah, no, I got that, but it's got like
yeah,
it's got cinnamon and maple syrup in the bread, and you toast it up, and it's like, if you ever had, I know you probably haven't, Maka. For any of my American fans, if you've ever had a McGriddle from McDonald's, and they have the buns that have like maple syrup in the buns, it's like 95% one of those. It's so damn good. Bro, is this not going to register? You know what? Fuck it. Situational awareness? I know, right? Is it okay? Okay. But yeah, check it out. I'll show you. It's got these little dots. Those little brown dots, they're not... That's not raisins or anything. That's maple syrup.
Ooh. Let me wait for the stream to catch up.
So good.
I'm not having a good day.
Cappy's just dropping everything.
Ooh, that does look nice.
Oh, it's so good. Okay, go into high val. Okay.
There's a job from right here to Great Falls, Montana. Plows. You want to do some plowing?
Hold on. I don't know where Great Falls is.
I mean, it's in Montana.
Yeah. Let's do that. But I'm gonna change the map. So go ahead and
Change
select
the
that
map.
job.
Okay. Okay.
Have I ever had a honey butter chicken biscuit from Wendy's? Wendy's doesn't do honey butter chicken biscuits in Texas. Whataburger does honey butter chicken biscuits in Texas. And I think that's probably why Wendy's doesn't do it, is because Whataburger did it first and locked it in, and Whataburger's a Texas company. So if Wendy's tried to do it, everybody in Texas would look at it and go, pfft.
Yeah.
But yes,
No thanks.
I have had a honey butter chicken biscuit, and holy shit, those are the tits. Did you accept the job?
Yep.
Take same job. Big job. But yeah, Matthew, if you ever come visit Texas for anything, go to a Whataburger and get their honey butter chicken biscuits. Oh,
You'll never want to try Wendy's again.
you'll be all like, man, Wendy's, why does your version suck? Pick up. All the way
It's
over
in
there.
this-
Whataburger is such a big thing in Texas. Texas has our own, like, grocery store chain called HEB. You don't believe you have a Whataburger here? I don't believe you do either. I would be shocked if you...
Is it Whataburger or Waterburger?
It is What a Burger.
Ah, okay.
Just the way he typed it out, actually. Where are you at again? You said North Carolina. I doubt there are any. Like, there might be one Whataburger in the entire state of North Carolina, but even that I doubt.
Of course I missed the one in the car. I'm just gonna go over there.
Oh my lord. I just watched that on stream and I think that person is dead.
Had to happen at least on at least one stream.
Yes, you got the spelling perfect. Most people who aren't from Texas and hear the name for the first time, they think it's water, like H2O, and they're like,
That's what I
water.
did.
They're like, Waterburger. That sounds gross. You're one county away from the coast. Okay. I am about 5 minutes from the water. I can drive to the water in about 5 minutes, and from where I work, I could walk to the water in about 2 minutes. So we are on the water, what we would say. Sounds like it's made from a water buffalo? No. Although I have had bison burgers before, and man, bison burgers are delicious. You're about 30 minutes from Jacksonville. I am roughly 2.5 hours south of San Antonio, give or take. That's... You can bypass the way station, thank God. If you're an American, you know where San Antonio is, so... If you look at a map and you draw a line straight south from San Antonio, you're gonna hit my city. Go south until you hit the water, and that's where I live. It is nearly a perfect shot. But yeah, the Whataburger International headquarters used to be in my city. So needless to say, no fast food joint in my city really tried to compete directly with Whataburger, because I mean, how are you going to compete with a fast food chain whose headquarters is in that city? You know, you just don't. Their headquarters isn't here anymore, but it used to be. They moved after we got hit by a pretty good hurricane. And then they were like, you know, maybe this is a bad idea. We're a big enough company that we need to make sure that our headquarters won't get hit by a hurricane. We also want to make sure that the airport can fly to big cities, which my airport doesn't really. I don't think our airport has any flights out of the state. I think you can only go to other cities in our state. And then if you want to leave, you have to fly out of their airport.
I think we only have like one major, or maybe two major, what's the word? Those airplane place that you just mentioned. I forgot the word. Airport, yes. I just forgot the word. I think we only have like two major airports in that country, maybe.
Well, your country's not that large, so it would make sense.
We do have our major airways are at major plane company.
I'm sure you've got an international airport in your capital, because that just makes sense.
Yeah, it's like a few miles away from the
city
capital, and we have another one near the second biggest city.
Is the capital and the second biggest city, or are they like on opposite sides of the country?
The capital is basically in the center of the country, and the second biggest city is to the right of the near to the border with Croatia and stuff.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Oh, it's a dinosaur! On the right next to a gas station. I saw a dinosaur. I think it was a triceratops. The words are hard. Triceratops.
That's obviously a billboard of a cow.
It wasn't a billboard.
Only in Montana will you get billboards of cows.
Oh, I see the billboard now on the stream.
Oh yeah, that's a that one there is what we would call, I don't know what the renamed one. That was a Brontosaurus. That's a Triceratops. I think they discovered that Brontosauruses weren't actually real dinosaurs, and but when I was little, that was like that was accepted as one of the like big dinosaurs. I mean, they were all big, but you know what I mean.
There's a car crash on the right lane.
What's you guys' favorite dinosaur? Everybody has a favorite dinosaur. Don't lie. If you're all like, I don't have a favorite dinosaur, I'm like, you're a liar. What's your favorite dinosaur, Baka?
A velociraptor.
Velociraptor, okay. The real kind or the kind from the movie?
Both.
Both? Okay.
I like the Jurassic Park versions and the Jurassic World as well.
Athos says
And I
Triceratops.
I watched a few documentaries about dinosaurs as well. So
Yeah, I remember after the original Jurassic Park came out that they were all like, just so everybody knows, velociraptors weren't actually like 6 foot tall killing machines. They're like the size of chickens.
yeah, I know.
And I was all like, really?
They're tiny.
And they're like, yeah, velociraptors are surprisingly small. They still would have been dangerous, but they wouldn't have been like murder machines.
I mean, if they hunted in a pack,
Yeah.
because they helped each other.
Yeah. Athos says Triceratops. That's a solid choice. Mom said Stegosaurus. That is the only correct answer.
Stegosaurus is the one with balls on his tail, right?
Spikes.
Spikes on his tail, yeah. That was another one that had balls on it. Is it as for a tail or something? That was another one.
it's related to the Stegosaurus, but it's a different that's a different dinosaur.
Plesiosaur?
You're asking the wrong person.
No, I think Plesiosaurus was the
Ankylosaur.
water.
Ankylosaur. That's the one with balls on its tail.
The Plesiosaurus, I think it was the water dinosaur.
And just to clarify for those people out there that are wondering, we're not talking about testicles. We're not saying he's walking around swinging his nuts around. These were like bony protrusions in the shape of spheres. Yeah. I don't know.
I just awarded it that way.
I don't know why I didn't remember the ankylosaur was like that, because there was a Godzilla monster called Ankylosaurus, and he had like a grouping of 3 giant balls on his tail. How about the Toys R Us?
No.
No, dude.
No, that doesn't work.
That's invalid.
That's just plain. Or a pterodactyl. They're also awesome.
If you couldn't tell from my response to Mom's answer, my favorite is also the Stegosaurus. Mom, what is the name of the spikes on the tail of a Stegosaurus? Mom knows this answer. The Stegosaurus is the one that has... Oh, you don't know this? You do know this answer. You may not remember it. Yeah, Stegosaurus has the plates on the giant bone plates on its back, and then it has the spikes on its tail. Usually 4, but I think there's one that also has 6.
Maybe the males have 6 and the females have 4.
I think it's like whether they came from North America or whether they were in Asia. The spikes on the tail of a Stegosaurus are called the Thagomizer.
That is so severe. The word.
Yeah. It's named after Thag Simmons. There was a cartoon. It wasn't a cartoon. Well, what do you call it? A comic strip. Thank you. There was a comic strip here in the United States called The Far Side, where it was just one panel, and it was always like this really just stupid, outlandish situations, like pictures of cows visiting the Grand Canyon. They were humans, stupid stuff. And one of them was a bunch of cavemen standing around looking at a poster of a Stegosaurus. And the dude was pointing out the spikes on the Stegosaurus's tail, and he goes, this is called the Thagomizer. It's named after Thag Simmons in his honor. And you realize that there's just this random caveman called Thag Simmons that got killed by a Stegosaurus when he hit him with his spike tail. So they named it the Thagomizer. And paleontologists, like, if you look up Thagomizer on Wikipedia, it says that paleontologists did not have a name for the set of spikes on a Stegosaurus's tail. But
they took it.
Yeah,
they adopted it.
Yeah, that comic strip came out, and they unofficially started just calling it the Thagomizer at like paleontology conventions and stuff, because they had all like saw the comic and thought it was hilarious, and now it's just like it's the unofficial name for the spikes on a Stegosaurus's tail, and like every paleontologist knows what it is. And I'm like, that's so fucking cool that they didn't have a name for it, and then this comic strip came out and just gave it a really stupid name. And the the paleontologists were like, you know what? Fuck it. Yeah, it's called the Thagomizer. That works.
I need to find my book about dinosaurs, if I still have it, and see if it's actually written that.
Yeah. Yeah, just 2 deers talking to each other. One of my favorites was he released these anthology books that were like all of his comics from the last 2 or 3 years.
Mm.
And he would usually write down like stories about the comic, like where he came up with the idea or what the comic was supposed to mean. If a bunch of people like wrote him letters like, this comic was in the newspaper and I have no idea why this is funny.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them was two mosquitoes, the husband and the wife, and it was the husband coming home and telling his wife that, you know, like, honey, I'm home, like, it's been a really long day at work today. And that's all it was. But like the husband mosquito was dressed up in a business suit. He was walking in the door of his house, stuff like that. And the author said that the only letter he got from a fan about this comic was that they were telling him that the female mosquitoes are the only ones that suck blood, and male mosquitoes don't actually do that. So it should have been the other way around. It should have been the wife coming home. And he said, I don't understand why this guy was so upset about the fact that I had gotten the gender of them wrong, when they live in a house, they wear clothes, and they speak English. Those should have been obvious problems right there. And he's like, but no, the dude was all like, the woman drinks the blood, not the male. And he's all like, whatever, dude. It's okay, sorry.
Oh man.
Was that you?
A phone notification?
Maybe? Is that what that sound was?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know if it came from the game or not.
Oh, that was me.
Okay. Yeah, don't worry. I don't care that I heard it. I just wanted to know what it was. I was like,
I should set that to be the Merkel sound again.
did they put a new
Merkel
sound effect in the game that I don't know about?
I should make it the Murloc again. But I changed my phone, so I forgot about it.
I still have my default text alert on my cell phone as the raid alert sound that you get when you draw aggro in a raid.
I remember you making it your default, if I remember correctly.
Well,
instead of saying World of Warcraft again.
It's really loud and abrupt, and it gets your attention immediately. It's like the perfect sound effect.
Mm-hmm.
Just like you're just sitting there, and all of a sudden my phone goes like, bah-da-da-da! I'm like, oh my god.
I'm gonna stop here for the viewpoint. I see you on the cutscene. I can't wait to see what they'll name Whataburger in Texas DLC.
They'll have to have them.
Yeah, exactly.
They could just name it like.
Waterburger.
I think they'll probably just call it like W Burger or something. But you'll be able to tell because the restaurants are all very bright orange.
Neon orange?
No, not neon, just... It's like Halloween orange.
Ah.
Like, it's just the perfect color orange that no one would ever look at that and go, I don't know, I think that's red. Like, nah. Nobody looks at that color and goes, what color is that? They're always, that's fucking orange. There. And they used to be... All of the Whataburgers used to have a really, really tall peak. So the roof was very, very slanted. They don't really do that anymore, but... It used to be the look. You get like this bright orange building with a very steep roof. And you don't even need, at that point, if you live in Texas, you don't even need to see a sign for what that is.
I think that's what they went for.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. Man, if I had to guess how many Whataburgers there are in my town, I don't know, 25 or 30? There's a lot in my city, and we're not even a big city.
Bigger than my country. Maybe I'll need to. I'll need to check.
I think my city is like 500,000 people, maybe 600,000. We're not that big. I would assume your country's probably got like 2 or 3 million. Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
There's 23 Whataburgers in town. I thought that sounded about right.
But that's probably not counting, like...
Yeah. It's not counting the outlying. We have little towns out, like... They don't even consider them, like, separate from Corpus, most of them. But... There's probably, like, 30 within 10 miles of me. Or where is... That's one thing that really annoys me about this game sometimes. It'll start telling you that you're sleepy, but then it'll cover your map and not let you see where you're... I'm like, could you stop that? Like, I have a limited amount of time to do what you want me to do, and you're covering my map up for half of it?
I caught up.
Hey, alright. I have to weigh.
I didn't have to. That's why I'm a little bit ahead of you right now again.
Well, I also needed to sleep too, so that.
Mm.
You have sleep turned off or something?
Yep.
That
I mean,
answers that question.
I already have enough problems with driving without sleep turned on. I also have violations turned off. Because I would be broke if I didn't.
I'm just a good driver, Baka.
I don't even have a driver's license.
That's fair. Yeah, it's gonna be a... For the longest time, Whataburger was owned, like, here in Texas, and that was, like, a big source of pride, you know, for the state. You have this really good fast food joint it's, like, literally no one in Texas competes with it. Like, McDonald's and Burger King and Wendy's and all the, like, big international companies, they can't compete with Whataburger. They stomp them out basically everywhere they go. And just a couple of years ago, some company from Chicago bought Whataburger. And everybody in Texas was really mad.
Reason.
We were like, they're gonna fuck it up! And I have to say, so far, they haven't changed anything. It's really good. That's what they said they were gonna do.
Not change anything.
Yeah, they said they bought the company so that they can make some money and so that they can help Whataburger try to spread beyond Texas. But they had no plans to change any of the menu or change how the company works or anything like that. And so literally, like, everyone in Texas is sitting on the edge of their seat, and they're like, as soon as that company decides that Whataburger is going to change the way they do some stuff, like, there's going to be hell to pay.
There's gonna be a revolution.
It was pretty impressive because as soon as the news went public that that Whataburger got bought out by some company in Chicago, like, there were multi-millionaires in Texas coming out of the wood being like, I'll buy it. They're like, we'll buy it from that company in Chicago just to get it back.
It's finest.
There were a bunch of, like, professional sports players that were like, we're gonna get together and we're gonna buy Whataburger so that it can be Texas again. But I think they all kind of backed off because I have no idea how much it sold for, but I think it sold for way more than they thought it did. It was probably like 500 million or something.
Uh-oh. Fortune 500 company.
Like probably, yeah. And so they were like, you know what? Maybe we'll just pretend we didn't say that.
Right, scratch their head.
Chump change. Chump change to some people, but... I would not be surprised if that Chicago company does actually start to fuck things up, make Whataburger suck, that somebody will step up out of Texas and be like, nah, we're gonna buy it back. Bro, that's the car's fault. That dude is doing a left-hand turn while his light was red. Whoa, no way, dude. Alright, that was way more money than I thought that it was worth.
Whoa, 1.4 billion. Ooh.
I mean, do we have Bojangles? Not where I live. There might be Bojangles in Texas, but not where I live.
Where you live, they are loyal to Whataburger.
I mean, not exclusively, obviously, but god dang, $1.4 billion they paid for Whataburger.
They really wanted their money back.
That's a lot of fucking money, dude. Is there a job to Glasgow?
Let me see.
No, not for me. Let me look at the freight market. Miles City. Do that.
Let me see if I have anything to Glasgow.
Yeah, I've got one from Miles City. I may just take that one, but I'll wait to see what you've got. I don't know, man. With a price tag of 1.4 billion, maybe we'll just let it stay in Chicago.
No, I don't have anything in Glasgow.
Good lord. That's not fucking around money. That is serious investment, long-term money.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably why all the sports stars started shutting up. They're like, we'll buy it back. How much did you buy it for? 1.4 billion. Oh,
Okay.
man, I'm gonna miss Whataburger. Oh god. That sounds exactly like how that conversation went, if I had to bet. Nope, not there. That's what I want. Okay. This job. Think. Continue. What is Bojangles like a chicken place? I watch a streamer that lives in North Carolina. He talks about it. And I haven't quite figured out what kind of place.
What streamer? If you don't mind me asking.
Sorry, what?
What streamer?
Barber's King.
Ah.
It's a chicken place. Okay. We have a local chicken place, but they're all right. They're significantly more expensive than the national chains, and they're not actually. They hold their own, but they're not exactly like, they're not gonna blow up and take over the world kind of.
Uh-oh. It's an articulated trailer.
Yeah, it's a triple trailer.
Yes, I saw. It should be fun.
But what is up with these people slamming on their brakes? And now he's gonna drive into the intersection like an idiot. Man, bro, SCS really needs to work on their driver AI. Their AI is so shit. What about my good driving? Bro, that was not... Okay, I have made a couple of mistakes tonight. But that one and the one before that one were both the AI being stupid.
Excuses.
Shut up. I never said I was perfect. I said I was good.
There's a difference.
There is a difference. I will never claim that I don't make mistakes. But I will definitely say that I am way better than the in-game AI. Those people are dumb. What's up, ADL? Badge. Excuses. I know, right?
Hello.
You're in the wrong lane.
I know. I'm like in the middle of two lanes.
Doing good? I am doing good also. I am excited to start playing spooky games. So many spookies.
Spooky, scary skeleton.
Give you guys a little bit of a hint as to what I'm going to be playing tomorrow.
Go for it.
I'm going to be playing with a controller.
That is really, really intense.
Well, I play like... You know how little I play with a controller.
I know.
The world is going to catch fire now. I know, right? I don't play hardly anything with a controller, but I'm going to play this game with a controller. That's part of what's scary. Damn it, I have to stop to weigh again. It's not alien isolation.
No, that's too talent. That's too talent for you.
Boop. Go the wrong way here.
That's my phone again.
I know it now. It's fine. was
just
not
turned
in a
off for
perfect
Discord.
technical state.
I mean, I bumped into it earlier. I'm sorry.
I've also bumped into a couple of cars since, because they were stupid.
I mean, so am I.
Alright, so... You telling all Madge over there. Stop pouting. Don't act like me not playing Alien Isolation is a surprise.
Dark Souls.
No, Dark Souls isn't a scary game.
Okay.
That was
If you
another...
don't know, if you've never played it before, then it probably is.
I've played a little bit of it, and I've watched a lot.
Barbarous, especially, I assume. Because I didn't know he plays a lot of Soul games.
Yeah, he does. Did you pull out in front of one earlier? I think I did? But I had the right-of-way. I had a green arrow. I had a green arrow, and somebody came around the left side of me and wanted to turn right in front of me. That's not my fault. That's their fault. That's the AI being stupid. I'm pretty sure you will like the scary game too, Talon, even though it's not Alien Isolation, okay?
Also, to Talon, what's your favorite dinosaur?
Yeah. We didn't have, you weren't here for that. What's your favorite dinosaur? He got mad I wasn't playing Alien Isolation and left.
He's ignoring us.
It is not Left 4 Dead, no. I would play Left 4 Dead with a keyboard and mouse. You'll have to think about it. You got about an hour. Ish. You too, 380L, if you're still here. You remember all the jump scares the first time I played it? The first time I played Alien Isolation? Oh no, the first time I played my scary game. Yeah. I was where are you going with that? Mostly something? I feel like you accidentally hit enter. Oh! Yes. Yes. Perfect Dark. Was Perfect Dark scary? I just thought it was like a first-person shooter. Somebody guessed Fear the other day, and I was all like, man, I remember playing Fear. Maybe I'll want to play that again. Although I don't own the first one. I own 2 and 3. I have to buy the first one, but it's not like it would be expensive. The game's like 20. Probably like $5 or $10. I was terrible at it when I was really young because I think I played it when I was like in high school and stuff, and I wasn't very good at person shooting. Which sounds weird. That's usually most people's like high point for first person shooters is when they're in like high school and college. The Fear Complete Pack is the Fear Complete Pack is $8.24. That's funny. The Ankylosaurus. Ankylosaurus is an acceptable answer. I think the only true wrong answer would be I don't have a favorite dinosaur.
I remember I was subscribed to a dinosaur magazine, and we got like a piece of this Tyrannosaurus Rex skeleton that glowed in the dark.
Well, that's cool.
Like, I collected all of it. So I built it like every month it came out, I think, and I built it.
That's pretty awesome.
And it was awesome. And it glowed in the dark. And we had a few posters, and I think it was bookmarkers as well. They gave and 3D glasses for 3D posters.
Sounds like a pretty cool magazine.
It was.
Resident Evil.
I really liked it.
I've never played a Resident Evil game. I think I was in high school when the first one came out, because some of my friends had like a PlayStation, and they brought it like on one of our field trips that we went out of town for, and like hooked it up in the hotel for a little bit. I was all like, oh my god, this is the scariest thing I've seen in my life. I had dogs jumping through the window. You're surprised I never played Ark if I feel that way about them? Yeah, but Ark is like a open world survival game, isn't it? Hey, what's up, Raxo?
Hello.
Yeah, man. Why am I driving so slow?
I have no idea.
Reading
There
chat.
was a 25 limit in town, maybe.
I was doing 25 and a 65.
I wonder why I've been driving slowly, like 45, so you could catch up, and I was wondering where the heck you were.
We're just gonna start ETS. Nice.
Nice.
Well, it'll be a while before I get back to some truck driving. Yes, but you tame dinosaurs to help you? I don't know, I really liked Horizon Zero Dawn, where I hunted robot dinosaurs. That shit was tight.
You can also tame dinosaurs in World of Warcraft.
Yeah, they did not have my favorite dinosaur in Horizon Zero Dawn. I don't think. And obviously, I haven't played Forbidden West yet, so.
Keeping your fingers crossed?
Maybe. Whoa, there's a stop sign. Oh, that guy didn't even stop. He just drove straight through. Jerk, it's a four-way stop, buddy. What are you doing? Actually, it's a two-way stop. Only the stop. Yeah, I've never really been into. I think that's the problem. Is I've never really been into like the open world survival genre kind of stuff, like Rust and things like that. I'll do things like Subnautica and stuff like that because there's an actual end game. But the games that are just like, you just survive as long as you can. At a certain point, I either get bored or other players are just griefing you the entire time and then it's not fun.
Yeah, I tried Rust and did not enjoy it. Stranded was a cool game. Like, you were stranded on an island and had to travel from island to island gathering resources and trying to get away, I think. I don't know if it has an end game there. Stranded Deep.
Yeah, I also play. Some of them are also just they don't hook me like others do. Like, I played Raft for a while with Skid, and I got done with the amount of Raft that was released at the time, and then they've come out with like 2 updates since then, and I just don't have it. I'm like, it didn't hook me as much as I thought it would. So every once in a while, Skid's like, hey, you want to play Raft one of these days? And I'm like, kind of don't.
It was fun while it lasted.
Like, yes and no. Like, it looked like I was having fun, but I was kind of bored half the time. For a good portion of the game, you're just, like, waiting. Like, when you're on the raft, you just, like, sit there. And you're just like, I hope a stick floats by. You can play Ark solo or co-op. So it's kind of like Grounded in that aspect. I've been watching a couple of people play Grounded. That game looks hard. watching somebody play it on like the second hardest difficulty and someone play it on normal, and even the dude playing on normal is getting dumpstered constantly.
Nothing. I'm fine. I just almost missed the turn.
Oh,
Had to do a hard stop in the sand.
I thought you were talking to somebody in person.
No. I mean, everyone is asleep at this point in my real life, so.
Yeah, Raft is definitely a multiplayer. Like, you cannot play that single player. Just be standing. And it takes forever to gather resources at the beginning of the game. Like, Skid and I had gotten it to the point where we were in complete control of the raft now, and a lot of it was automated. So it was getting better towards the end, but I was just like, it hadn't hooked me. What I mean, it just hadn't made me go like, oh man, I can't wait to play more Raft. It was like, did you have fun playing Raft? And I was all like, I guess. You know? I've got a lot of stuff I can play now that I'm more interested in. So, down to the bottom of the list it goes. But it's not like I dislike that genre of video games, because I've played and beaten Subnautica 1 and 2 twice each. Subnautica is stupid good.
And it has the end game.
Yeah, and it ends, definitely.
Do you think the next game in the series will be Space Nautica?
I don't think so.
Because I think you travel to a different planet.
No, I think they'll still stick with the underwater vibe. If they want to switch to a different, if they want to do a survival game in like a different style of environment, I think they'll just call it something. That way they can also like test, I don't know, different things in the game without putting a preconceived assumption of how everything's supposed to work because you've played the Subnautica game. That's the problem a lot of franchises run into, is they decide that they want to do something different, you know, and there's nothing wrong with doing something different, but when you attach the name of an established IP to your video game, there are going to be assumptions that are made about that game.
Gothic 4 Arcania, Mass Effect Andromeda.
To a lesser effect, yeah. Like Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, for example.
That's just a pirate game, yeah.
Yeah, it's a pirate game. It is a damn good pirate game. But it is a pirate game more than it's an Assassin's Creed game. You know, it feels like the developers were making a pirate game, and then they weren't confident that the game would be a success, so they slapped the Assassin's Creed name on there, put a couple assassinations in it, and then called it Assassin's Creed.
Or Prince of Persia, that the collecting one, not the real one, the one that was in this weird artsy style. They also named it Prince of Persia.
I don't know.
When they could have named it anything else, it would be interesting. But because it was Prince of Persia, it came with assumptions, and people were very disappointed in it.
I don't think I ever played that one. I played the Sands of Time trilogy.